Not gonna hold you. I enjoyed this show. This was a fun little show. Nice little Goonies of the Galaxy type vibe, giving E.T. type vibes, giving Treasure Planet type vibes. It was a cool little show.
Yeah. Woke up this morning, feeling that shine. Whole team got the glow, You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new. Yeah.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy JusRzd. Welcome to another edition of Rage Reviews, and today we tapping in with the finale for Skeleton Crew. Not gonna hold you. I enjoyed this show. This was a fun little show. Nice little Goonies of the Galaxy type vibe, giving E.T. type vibes, giving Treasure Planet type vibes. It was a cool little show. It was a cool little show in the Star Wars universe, following a bunch of kids. So I'm not mad at the different tropes they played off, at the different stylings that they chose to go with throughout the series. I thought it was a fun show. Thought it was dope. Thought it was cool. Thought it was a good time. I enjoyed it. For me, the final episode picks up right where the previous episode left off at. So we have Jod talking to the parents as the kids are standing right beside him, right in front of the vault. And he asks if Fern, he pretty much sends the pretty much reprimands the kids one more time and sends the parents and the children away and requests Fern to come with him to meet the manager or the supervisor. And of course Fern's mother steps in and is like, yo, I should go too. And so she's never met the supervisor before, to my knowledge. She's never met him before, so this is her first time, so she's nervous. So they go to the supervisor's tower, and we have Jod, Fern, and Fern's mom going up the elevator in the supervisor's tower, and the whole time they send the kids home. They have the Jod recommended that they have security droids watching the kids as they go home, so that way they don't foil his plans, because only the kids know what he's planning to do. And so he sends the kids out. He sends the kids away, of course, and we see Whim talking to his father, but not really being able to share truth yet as far as what's going on, because the security droid's watching, and it's like all one brain, one band, one sound type feel. And so it was like we see Whim's just like, he want to say something, but he's like, I can't say nothing right now. We see him get to his room. He tries to call Neel on his little radio. The droid's like, yo, who you talking to? And he's like, nobody, I'm playing with my toys. And then we see pretty much through the process of what's going on with the fam, we go back to Jod with Fern and Fern's mom. They meet the supervisor. The supervisor tends to be like this supercomputer robot that's controlling everything. And we see he ain't no slouch. He ain't no fool. You know what I mean? Jod kind of gets a little too talkative when speaking to him. And he asked Jod, he's like, so which part are you lying about? Being a Jedi or being the emissary? Because the last message we got from the Republic was that all Jedis are traitors. So are you lying about being a Jedi or are you lying about being an emissary? Because right now you looking real sketchy. And you see Jod pretty much take out his anger and destroy the supervisor. And in the process of destroying the supervisor, he takes the lightsaber, he pretty much stabs the computer and destroys it. And in the process of doing that, it causes a blackout amongst Adanin. And so we see the blackout take place. The droids all pretty much are slumped over and useless at this point because of the blackout. So Whim sees that as an opportunity to confess to his dad everything that Jai's lying, and we need to go stop him. He's trying to bring pirates down here, and of course, before he got the approval from the supervisor to call his ship down. Before the supervisor caught on to his BS and was just like, I don't know about this. So they ended up dismantling turning the barrier off so that Jai's ship could come down. So Jai's ship's on the way down with all the pirates on it, and then that's when the supervisor pretty much called him on his BS, and he ends up destroying the supervisor, unaliving him in a sense, because he never really was alive. He was just a computer. But anyway, so we see the kids pretty much take matters into their own hand because they're the only ones that know what's going on and what's about to transpire. We see KB talk to her parents and like, yo, y'all hide if y'all can. Don't worry about us. We're going to get this situated. We're going to fix this. And so we see the kids gather together and they're like, yo, we need to get a message to Kim, the little owl lady from earlier in the season, and the Republic X-Fighters, so that way they can come and round these pirates on up and get them off of Ad-Adden, and we can go back to business as usual. And so they're like, in order to get the message out, we have to, leave Ad-Adden and go out into space in order to get the, or at least go into the upper atmosphere in order to get the message off. And so we see through the process, each child just kind of having to go on their own adventure. Whim's dad ends up tagging along. They take speeder bikes because that's the only thing that seems to be working at the time because the power's still out. So we see KB go to the ship that they're loading with gold. She tries to take off. Of course, Whim and Neel are with them. And we see them with her trying to take off. We see them not being able to because the docking mechanism has locked up the ship's landing gear in order for because that's kind of how the ship land. The docking mechanism ends up locking the landing gear into place, so that way the ship doesn't leave and is stable. And so that's still there because the power is out. They don't have a way to unhook it. And so now they have to go on a mission to get the power back on. So as they're trying to make it to where they're going to the ship, on the way to the ship, they end up getting ran off course by the pirates because the ship is starting to pretty much descend into Ad-Adden, and the pirates are starting to leave out the bigger ship into littler ships and wreak havoc and pillage Ad-Adden. And of course, the kids try to maneuver out the way. Neel ends up getting separated from the group, and he's like, yo, don't worry about me. I'll hide. Y'all go do what y'all need to do. That's when they get to the ship, find out everything. And then we see the parents. we see Whim and his father realize that the only way to turn the power back on is in the supervisor's tower. And he's just like, yo, I'm an engineer. I can do it. I need to get to the supervisor's tower in order to do so. So Whim and his dad go to the supervisor's tower, and of course Jedi at this point is holding Fern and her mother hostage because they were going to destroy the barrier, but in destroying the barrier, it was pretty much going to reveal Ad-Adden to the world, so they didn't want to destroy the barrier. And Fern's mom was going to try to call for help, but he's now threatening her with Fern's life, and like, yo, y'all need to listen to me and follow my direction, or Fern gonna get up out of here. So of course, her being a parent, she was just like, all right, chill. Then we see the elevator open up, and Whim is standing there by himself, looking lost. And he's just like, what? So he tries to pretty much be a distraction as his dad escapes the elevator, ends up being able to turn the power back on, which allows KB to fly away. And in the process of her flying away, she needed some cover fire. So Neel, Neel uses the cannons that are on top of the school that they found on the other world to stop the larger ship, Jod's other ship, from pretty much stopping KB from getting the message off. So KB goes up, gets the message off, warns Kim, tells Kim to send her people so that way they can round up the pirates and save Ad-Adin. And in the process of her getting the message off, she got the message off clean. But unfortunately, she gets shot out of the sky and she kind of crash lands with the help of SM-33. And it seems like she might not make it. But we find out towards the end of the episode that she did actually survive, and they landed in a very peculiar way that allowed them to still survive. I'm not going to spoil how they landed, but they landed in a very peculiar way that allowed them to survive, and they were able to make it out. And of course, we see Jod and Whim and Fern and his mom and her dad pretty much all kind of fighting for survival in the supervisor's tower, to the point where Whim's dad ends up deactivating the barrier so that the help that they got from Kim and the X-Wings can come. And so they end up destroying the barrier, deactivating the barrier, so the X-Wings come there, round up the pirates, arrest everybody, and we pretty much see the end of the episode where it just seems like a beautiful, happy ending. Everybody kind of gets arrested, and all the bad guys anyway get arrested and rounded up, and the good people of Ad-Adin get to live life happy ever after. And like I said, it was a cute show, man. It was a cute show. We got to see the maturity and the growth and the coming of age tale of the skeleton crew and of the kids. We got to see Jod. We got his backstory in the middle of him arguing with Fern and her mother and Whim. We see that he was actually kind of like a lost little homeless kid, kind of digging in the dumpster for food. Like, he was just out and about, and he stumbled upon a Jedi Master that took him under his wing, said he was gifted, he was force sensitive, and taught him pretty much the basics. And before she could teach him any more, she got the gun down. And yeah, they pretty much took her out. This is after Order 66, so they ended up finding her, taking her out right before his eyes. And that's kind of how he's been jaded and scarred and hiding his powers for so long, being a force sensitive student of a Jedi. And it was kind of sad, man, to just see how the effects of Order 66 have still bled into different parts of the galaxy. And it was just sad that now he's a pirate, just doing whatever because of his past experiences with Jedi and just the galaxy in general, and just him fussing at the kids like, yo, the galaxy is rough, the galaxy is tough, it's not a happy ending to everything. And so it was dope to see the kids get a happy ending. It was dope seeing the kids story come to a conclusion. And for this particular episode, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I like that they drew from each and every person's experience in the entire show and gave them a little bit to do in each aspect of them rescuing Ad-Adin from the pirates. And so I appreciated that. I appreciated that Jod didn't go too far with his evil plan, because at the end of the day, as they've been hinting, Jod's a ne'er-do-well in a sense, but he's not like a super evil villain. Like, you could tell he was getting irritated and frustrated with the kids, but at not one point did he ever want to kill the kids. And even said that ever did he want to unalive the children. And he even said that multiple times in the episode. He was just like, this didn't have to go this way. No one had to be unalive. No one had to get hurt. If y'all would have just listened to me, we could have got what we wanted and we could have been gone. And so it was just interesting to see his heart kind of play out and everything, and just see the kids, like I said, get a great solution and get a great conclusion to their story. Overall, I think I'm gonna give the Skeleton Crew probably a 7.5. I thought it was a good showing for Star Wars. It was a good family-friendly time, good family-friendly watch. It was a good overall show. I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. I like wholesome stories like that, especially around the holidays. You gotta love a wholesome story around the holidays. I really enjoyed Hawkeye, just because it was the same thing. It was just a good wholesome Marvel time around the holidays, and I felt the same thing with Skeleton Crew. It was a good wholesome Star Wars time around the holidays about the family and about these kids trying to make it back home, and so I appreciated that. I enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you actually watched the Skeleton Crew and how you felt about it, and let me know in the comments below if there's anything else that you would like me to review on this particular channel. If there's any other show or anime that or movie that you want me to review on this channel. I got more movie reviews coming. I got a couple series reviews on the way as well. We're reviewing What If Season 3 and What If as a whole. I'll probably talk about that there. Squid Game Season 2, I'm gonna review that as well. And of course Sonic 3. Haven't seen Mufasa yet, but that review might be pending. But stay tapped in with your boy, stay locked in. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime that we drop a video. Because it's every day. Every day we dropping videos on this particular channel, so just stay tapped in with your boy. Stay locked in between reviews, between reactions, between album reviews, between Behind the Soul podcast every Wednesday. We are dropping content every day, so stay locked in with your boy. Hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so that way you can be notified. And never forget, it's FreeSoul to the show free. Let's get it.